Here we are. Here we go. Warm welcome again to those beautiful faces in Zoom. Yeah. Thank you for following the impulse and joining that meeting. Following, an impulse, a desire, a resonance probably. And in the first minute or so, always I'm inviting all of us to acknowledge and to acknowledge maybe in general that which brought us together, even though we don't know what is that, we can't know, but we can feel that something brought us here. Yeah, and simply acknowledging that.
When you acknowledge it like that, somehow the acknowledgement of it, bringing attention directly to that, of which we don't know what it is, but we can feel it, knowing it intensifies the body.
Good.
Immediately gives a recognition.
Good.
I guess that's what it is. It doesn't really matter, but it's quite wonderful.
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah, I guess choosing to be here says a lot about who we are deep down. So,
yeah. It's calling. It's like a call. It's calling from within. Yeah, and probably you know, or maybe you don't know, but again, it doesn't matter. Me and Lubo, we host meetings like this one, every week, every Thursday. And one of the month, like the first Thursday, I think, of the month, the meeting is also inviting everyone from Perfectly Okay community together with everyone else. It's not like strict meeting only for those friends and not for everyone is welcome. And I am, we try to pick different titles and to start from the title, although the topic is always all about awakening, all about freedom, liberation, living freely, living like our full potential, so to speak.
Yeah.
But we can start from the title of today's meeting, which I record a video about that because it was really very deeply reflect my own experience. It is a quote from one lady. I'm gonna read the quote now, and then we can start exploring, or everyone can share whatever comes for you. So the title of that meeting is "Our Deepest Fear is that we are powerful beyond measure." And it comes from a quote, the whole which cannot be put in the title of YouTube video, but it's like, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond all measure. And it comes from a book. I'm not sure about the title of the book, but the writer is Marianne Williamson. So our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. And we can start from here, just noticing, like Lisa beautifully said, the tension or the fear that holds us back. And what is this fear about? What is holding back? From what is protecting us from? And what is fear pointing at? So there is some kind of a sensation, and there is holding back. Oh, there is something scary going on. Oh, something may happen. Oh, I cannot be fully what I am, or I have to be small, or I have to be big. I don't know what is in your experience.
Yeah, I think this is something we don't talk about very much, but it's where you don't acknowledge your own your own talents, your own energy, your own genius, like the light side, like the potential that we have. And yeah, that's again, it always happens that as we grow, we end up conforming and kind of dulling ourselves down to make other people feel comfortable. And yeah, it's definitely conditioning to unlearn.
Mm. Mm. What do you notice in your own experience? What is fear protecting you from?
Oh, that type of fear.
Mhm.
I would say it's probably protecting me from the judgment of people who wouldn't understand why I want
Mhm.
to do what I want to do.
Mm. So could it be said that fear is protecting, and it's in this case we are exploring this with you, but it's for all of us. That's why
Yeah,
we can go, when we come together like that, it's really illuminating. Like it's for everyone.
yeah.
So when can you say that again? Just fear protecting from being judged from
It's
other people.
a fear. It's a fear that, again, I think for for
Mhm.
the the light side, like the dulling down at the light side of us, it's the fear of being judged by people who don't understand why we want to do it.
Mhm. So
So
it's beautiful. We can notice
you can't
how
negotiate.
fear is protecting us from the sensations we may feel when the apparent other judges. Hi. So fear is taking care of, so to speak. It says like, oh, you're gonna be hurt. There will be a judgment, and you are not gonna be able to feel that.
Yeah, it's fear on a protective mission. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but what if this feeling is okay to be felt? Like, yeah, there are people who are gonna judge us, no matter how what we are doing, how we are moving through life. There always be people there, and they are gonna judge us. Yeah, what if this is always been like always the
Well,
case?
well, there's a price you pay for doing that. So
Mhm. So
so it's
fear is protecting us from feeling the feeling of being judged. Yeah, what is the feeling of being judged? How it feels?
oh, well, in my case, it feels
Mm-hmm.
combative.
How? Sorry,
Combative. I would be an aggressive feeling of like,
mm,
oh, it would be yes.
mm. And is it really so scary and so impossible to feel?
Oh, look, it's definitely possible to feel. It's just it would be again, it's a rather harsh and combative feeling. So yeah, it's
Mhm.
probably not one to put on YouTube.
So fear is a good friend. We could agree in that fear comes to protect.
Sometimes and
Mm.
sometimes not. And in this case, not.
Mm.
Yeah, for me, it points to the fear of rejection, the fear of being left out, being
Mm.
minimized, and if people are judging, then I think the assumption the system goes to is that they're judging negatively rather than positively, and that somehow that would be um, yeah, this sort of reptilian brain concern of being uh, excommunicated from the herd or whatever you want to call it. So, but for me, when I see that fear come up,
Mhm.
it's really a beautiful flag to really investigate, is that a reasonable fear in this present moment? Is that really happening right now? And do I have any idea, really whatsoever, what another person, an apparent another person, is actually thinking? And how is that actually reflecting on my own internal environment that I need to evaluate um, that insecurity in me that automatically assumes that this is actually even happening.
Mm. Yeah, it's like we cannot know what other people are thinking. We only know our thoughts about that. We can only project what other people are thinking. And fear is protecting us from feeling some kind of sensations. But actually, the truth is that we don't know. It can't be known, right?
And that can bring up a lot of fear in people too, the fear of the unknown.
Okay, this is interesting. Yeah, what is the fear of the unknown? Yeah.
For myself, it isn't a fear, but I can notice in a lot of other people that it is something that just freaks them out. The fact that they just might not know. I actually find it quite comforting.
Yeah. Hi, Ella.
Hey,
Hey, good to see you.
good to see you.
Welcome. Yeah, we're just exploring fear. Yeah, how is the unknown? Yeah, what is the message that fear brings for the unknown? I'm curious about that. What is like the fear saying? Is it saying something? Like, don't go there. Oh, we don't know. Oh, it's scary. Oh, something bad is going to happen. How it is in your experience, Lisa? Yeah, if you can share, of course.
Yeah, well, again, I don't have a fear of the unknown. If it comes up, it's sort of instantly seen that it's an irrational fear. The fear of unknown is there isn't a fear. There's a freedom. There's a freedom in not knowing that, and it just opens up curiosity and.
Nice, very nice. So what we are looking here is that fear is actually a friend, a good friend, right?
Yeah, it's evolved for a reason. Yes.
Yeah, what we can also look curiously is like, is there always a reason for fear to be here in our experience, or to dominate our experience, shape our experience, or just, protect us from experiencing whatever we're here for? So very often fear puts like walls, like no, 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 no.
Yeah, I think fear has to justify itself. So it's like, and a lot of the time, if we're afraid, it's not quite justified, especially in the modern world where there aren't that many things that can genuinely threaten you. So,
Yeah, in my experience, there is a remembrance, like something from, I'm not sure even if it is childhood even. Yeah, somewhere something is being heard, or something is like a message is being received, or sometimes I remember my mom used to say things and they are just somewhere here, and fear repeats those, like it comes with this tone, this voice, these words. Something like, to not be so open, or to not be so, maybe basically open. It's like you don't know. And this is like an advice to close. Better close yourself, because you don't know. But is it actually good? I mean, where we start being like, stop being curious of what's going on, and just like closing more and more.
yeah, that's the problem. So the trick is to test, is it actually safe to be creative and open, and and that the answer to that is not always yes, but I guess in these circumstances it would be.
Yeah, the more we start recognizing that the voice or the energy of the fear is sometimes needed, most of the times is coming due to habit. This is where we start gaining, I would say, but it's not gaining muscles, and we start feeling good in our expression without fear being dominating the expression. We start moving through world with confidence, but it's not like, yeah, it's just authenticity, actually.
So that kind of goes to the original quote that you mentioned, that we are in fear that we are powerful beyond measure. I wish that was a fear I had. I would love that fear to just consume me. I mean, I would love to find that fear. And that sort of speaks to the idea of doubt and
Well,
worthiness, maybe, you know. I don't know, but I don't have that. I don't know that I'm powerful beyond measure. So how can I fear it?
You don't know.
Not yet. I mean, not yet. I
And
can
what
see.
okay, well, let's start from here. What you know?
I feel like that potential is there.
Nice. Okay.
And there certainly is a deep, deep desire, yearning, love for that.
Often how we see it is that if we think of people we admire or we think are like they're so much better than us, they're so much more loving, so much more brilliant, that's where you see that bit of ourselves that is like that, but we don't feel comfortable with.
Yeah, we are not different. We are these people that we are admire. This is admiration to ourselves.
Yep.
Yeah. Beautifully said, yeah. We don't know that this is what we are. We are that as well. And we can notice how subtle is that feeling of belonging or being here. And there is a strength in that. It is subtle, but there is strength. Yeah, we can start from noticing that we are not part of the group. We are not someone jumped here. We are the group. We are this space.
Luciana, do you have any fear about being powerful beyond measure?
I feel so excited. I'll call that excitement. In my experience, is excitement. Like excitement to not know actually how powerful I am. To not know is to be constantly amazed. To not have what is that, like no level, you know, like no. And this brings excitement. You know, fear and excitement, they go together.
Is it no expectation, maybe? Or
Yeah, also no expectation, but yeah, wonder.
okay, so creativity, like everything is as if it's new.
Yeah. And creativity can be expressed in many forms. It's not it's not only painting or singing, or it can be anything. It can be cooking.
Yeah. It's actually part of who we are and how we came to exist.
That's creativity, yeah.
Do you think we can ever really know how powerful we are?
Hmm. Such a beautiful question. Probably not.
I guess the thing is that we evolve, so there's always more to us than we know. So yeah, I mean,
But as the true self, do we evolve? It's already complete.
I think the Buddhist teaching would be that like there's kind of like the emptiness doesn't evolve, but the fullness does.
In my experience, there is like constant expansion in some kind of a way. Constant moving, flowing, and expansion.
I love to hear you speak from direct experience. I'm not sure that for me there doesn't seem to be much of a draw to investigate based on theories and concepts and
Yeah, you can check right now in direct experience what feels like, what is it for you right now in this very moment. It's
and
like
I'm not sure
checking.
there's really anything that matters any more than that. And that a direct experience right now.
Yeah, there is only direct experience right now.
There definitely is a sense of expansion, a bodily sensation that would, expansion seems like would be a word that you could use to describe. It feels like it goes hand in hand with just an incredible amount of stillness as well, just a very intense stillness.
Yeah. Intense stillness is such a beautifully put, like said. Yeah, direct experience flourishes within the stillness. When the mind is busy, direct experience is dismissed. The stillness is dismissed. Expansion is dismissed. Everything is just ordinary. But here lies the beauty.
I notice that sometimes when I get very close to sensations, there is like a clenching in the chest or some kind of tightness that I would label as fear.
Mm.
So interesting.
Mm.
And at the same time, there's like joy and love in the experience, but there's also that it's subtle, but it's really there, that sense of contraction. Something feels like it's going to be lost. Maybe
Oh.
the body feels like it will be torn apart or something. I don't really understand. Something feels threatened just by being totally present with the sensations. It's very interesting.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, we can have a like very gentle chat with that feeling. Would it like to say something, or what would it like to say if it has a voice? Maybe it could be a word or two, or just like deep breath, deep exhale. Mm.
That's not safe.
Mm.
Somehow, even though part of the being resonates with everything, there's a little voice that says, no, no, don't go. It's not safe.
Hmm. Yeah, what may happen? Let's be curious about the dread. Something like, ooh, I want to see what's gonna happen. It's like when you know, like all these horror movies, this industry is built on that.
I
And
never
also
understood.
the roller coaster, yes. It's built
Two
on
things
that,
I
yeah.
hate. I don't like those sensations.
Oh.
I guess it is that fear of just being swallowed up, that somehow some little
Oh.
bit of
Hmm.
identity feels like it's going to go away. Or worse, that it never was real to begin with.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, oh, you're finding out that I was a lie all along.
Oh, I'm so
Oh,
sad.
I hate it.
Yes, you can say you have right. Yeah, of course.
Oh, of
Feel it.
course.
Feel the
Feel
hatred.
it.
Sure. Oh, oh, my little one. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, so good. Yeah, can you notice how there is like a expansion right now in this very moment, and it's
Yeah.
as if there is something holding all that happening.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And laughing about it, I think, is really great.
Yeah. Yeah. Laughter is always great. Always. Hmm. Hmm. How is the contraction? Ah, okay, you're feeling
I
it.
don't feel it now. It's
Good.
everything just like opened up.
Yeah, with laughter. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you for sharing your heart with us. Hmm. Yeah, from again experience, from what I notice is when we approaching whatever is happening in our direct experience with curiosity and gentleness, even though sometimes it's not so easy, but to not be harsh, to be gentle with what's going on. Something is shifting, something is melting. It's like we stop pretending to be separate from what's going on here. we are like go straight forward, being intimate with what's going on.
I just wanted to say that as part of how vast we are, it's early-ish in the morning here, so the meeting started at 7 a.m. my time. And I knew I should get up around 6:30 or so in the morning, but I didn't want to set an alarm. And almost exactly at 6:30, one of the cats that we feed here started crying. That's how vast we are, that nature just supports us. It's all us.
Absolutely, all the time.
He hasn't come in the morning at all since I've been here for over 2 weeks. And this morning he came crying at 6:30. It's so beautiful.
Your natural alarm clock.
The very sweet one.
Yeah, always we are supported. Always. It's just sometimes it's not recognized, but it's always there is support. Always we are held. What we are is being held, supported, nourished, cherished. Yeah, if you want to share something, please share. I can share also, but when Barbara mentioned the nature, how and the cat, and the day we went to see finally this movie Flow, the cat that has not, like, I'm trying to say that in English because I learned the title in French. The cat that didn't have a fear from water. And I highly recommend, I very rare recommend a movie, but oh my goodness, you have to watch that. This is an animated movie. And I guess it wins also, it wins Oscar. I'm not sure, but it wins Oscar. So there is, not about the Oscar, but this is just such a beautiful and so touching masterpiece of what we are, of what this is, that it's just mind-blowing. I highly recommend to watch that. And there is no words, only animals and nature sounds. It's just, I laughed and cry and laughed and cry.
I'll have to look that up. I just see it. It's called Flow.
Flow, like a flow. Yeah, this is the name of the cat.
And that's the name of the movie, apparently, in the United States. Yeah.
Yeah. It's, I think it went the end of the 2024. I'm not sure. And it's a very independent with a low budget. They did it. It's one European country, I think Litva or Latvia, I'm not sure. It's a Latvian director.
Yeah.
And he did that animation in some program that was for free. Also.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's just gorgeous. Yeah, it's very enlightening. It's a non-dual movie, I would say, like with 100%. Very non-dual.
I'll have to show it to my niece then.
Mm.
She loves cats as well, so yeah.
It's always so interesting to find that message of non-duality weaving in and out of creative things like movies and different shows and
songs. Yeah.
forth. And there's a lot. I mean, if you just pay attention, it sort of turns up a lot.
Well, again, I would say that in my experience, this is everywhere. Everything, everywhere, always pointing in that. Just some pointers are direct, some some subtle, some really subtle. But always, always, everything is calling, everything, all the time. Mm. 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 We can have a look at other sensations as well. It's not necessary to be only fear. We can have a look at everything that is present. It's just fear is very common.
Do you mind me asking the question?
Of course
So,
not. Of course not. Yeah,
so
sure.
you generally will only feel fear if there is like an actual, like I don't know, if there was a, I don't know, if there was a big dog that attacked you or something, you'd feel. But aside from that, you will just feel a kind of excitement, or like you won't be, you don't get that, you don't kind of get the
Mm.
The anxiety, does that not happen anymore?
Mm. So fear as a sensation, if when you say like a big dog coming again, like in front of me, probably there will be this
Yeah. If you have the
really
correct stimulus,
physical.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. Aside from that,
Yeah.
though.
Aside from that, fearful thoughts may arise, like fearful patterns may arise,
Mhm.
but mostly like they don't have so much density like they used to have,
Okay. All right.
but they arise. It's like a whole life conditioning won't go like that. It doesn't go like that.
Okay.
There are patterns, there are places. Sometimes when I like I when I sleep I dream sometimes that I just woke up with fear. It's like the whole body is like shaking.
Oh,
There is fear that lives in the systems from it's not personal fear as well. It's not I or you or someone else being threatened.
yeah. And a
It's
lot of,
fear lived from maybe generations and
but it's
generations
instinctual,
and generations.
pre-verbal.
It could be instinctual, it could be also deeply rooted in suffering, misery, poverty, wars, and so on and so on and so on. So
Well, yeah,
this lives in
I
us.
guess if you're connected to other people, then you're fearful about other people.
Mm. Yeah, you there may be a compassion. That's different.
Mm.
When you feel someone experiencing fear without having a real dread, it's just fear as a somatic experience. Of course, there is compassion, and of course, there is a willing or desire to help that if it's possible.
Mhm.
There is a willing or desire to see the patterns that are shaping the sensation.
Mhm.
Because sometimes this here is working without being noticed and is fueling more,
So
putting
it
more
still
to that.
occurs, but just a lot less.
A lot less and not so heavy.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's constantly changing again.
And
Moving.
would you ever have a thought of this is scary, and then you go, oh, I'm right to be afraid of that? Or does that not happen anymore?
No, that
But it's the
this
I'm
isn't
part.
the
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
that
this
doesn't
does the
happen.
right.
Yeah.
No.
The I'm
No.
part, yes.
But there is something like, oh, there is a thought here. What an interesting thought. Something like, oh, where you came from?
Okay, so the thought won't fully take over. Yeah.
No, it's not possible. Thoughts, there is no possibility to start believing thoughts again. They are here, but they are not everything. They are not what they were claiming they were.
Okay, so you can't get stuck in a thought.
Mm-mm.
Thank you for answering my questions. I'm just curious.
Oh, you're welcome. It's not such a big deal. It's for all of us. It's for all of us. It's our birthright
It's
to not be governed by thoughts.
part of our nature.
Mhm.
Like,
There is a possibility to live not governed, not molested, not being on the mercy of thoughts. And this is what I am willing to spread as much as I can.
it's one of the human birthrights. Yeah.
Mhm.
This is as much our heritage as lots of other things that probably aren't as nice.
Oh, there is a way. And we are not here for some contracted version of what we are. We are here to fully express ourselves, whatever that means. Mm.
That's one of the things I'm very grateful that that this is available to us.
No doubt.
Thank you so much, Luciana. I have to leave a bit early, but
Thank
I
you,
so
Lisa,
enjoyed
for
sitting
coming.
in your presence.
Thank you for sharing yourself with us as well.
Very beautiful. It's nice to be with everybody.
Much love.
Thank you so much. Good day, everybody. Have a beautiful day.
Yeah, have a beautiful day. Hmm. Yeah, what's alive here? What wants to come up? What doesn't want to come up? No pressure, of course. Whatever comes is so welcome. Whatever is here is so welcome.
Yeah, I'm having a very, very good experience right now. So feeling not even really myself and just energy and light and yeah, it's gratitude. So,
Brilliant.
and yeah, thank you, everyone.
What is like to feel yourself, to be yourself? What is the experience of being yourself? I'm curious if you want to share your words.
It seems like myself is transparent. A bit like so it's like there's this energy behind everything and it's energy and light and stillness. And so it's like that is kind of coming through a self that kind of is kind of not quite real. It's like it's hard to quantify. It's like It's like, am I me, or am I this awareness that's flowing through the me? So yeah, so it's kind of um, a yeah, it's what's being experienced.
Beautiful. Mm. There is probably also another possibility to not be any of those and still be here.
Mm.
Not me, not awareness of me, but still being here. How amazing is that? Mm.
Oh, yeah, that sounds really cool.
Something that knows awareness as well. And it's not a thing.
Wait, does that mean it's not an experience either?
Yeah, it's all valid. If there is an experience of that, it's everything is totally valid. It's happening. Your experience is absolutely, totally 100, 1000% valid.
Mm.
Unique. When in silence, at least my experience is that, you can share what is yours, but when in silence, it's like mind, this energy here that we call mind, starts softening, relaxing, dropping, dissolving. It's not that I, like if someone outside call my name, I'm gonna go, probably. But the mind becomes really quiet. The mind always enjoys that. It loves to be quiet. It loves to have space for that. It loves to rest. Mm. Mm. What do you notice? I mean, for everyone, not for you only. What do you notice in your experience? It's really very
Oh,
nourishing to sit like that and to, but when we, so here's the invitation, when we notice something happening, we can speak from experience. Like mind is, again, this energy is beautiful to help to dress the experience in words. So we can stay here in our experience and speak from here. It doesn't have to jump here and to just like saying like talking with concepts and intellectualizing. We can speak from experience using words. When we don't have to live our experience in order to be able to express it.
I noticed that
Oh.
everything arises out of the stillness. Everything is born out of that stillness, out of that silence.
Coming from the stillness and it is dissolving in the stillness and again coming and again dissolving. Stillness swallowing everything. Mm. Mm.
I guess I was wondering, is there something beneath the stillness? And I think there is, but I think that's beyond my capabilities.
What do you notice in your experience, Dennis?
A kind of it's a kind of confusion. It's like the stillness needs to be there to create the present moment. And then if you didn't have the stillness, you wouldn't have a present moment. I don't know, is that true?
Yeah. Is it the stillness owned? Is it owned? Or it is here? Is it my stillness? Your stillness? Someone else's stillness?
I don't think it specifies a context.
So it's not owned.
No, it wouldn't be. That wouldn't make
Right.
sense.
And can you notice how far are you from stillness right now?
What's the other way around? The stillness is deep inside of me. So it's like I'm.
So you're not apart, right?
Huh?
You are not apart.
Yeah, but you could say that the stillness is more fundamental than usually what I would consider myself to be.
Would that knows stillness, does it have also stillness within to recognize, to be able to recognize stillness? Would it be fair to say that there is stillness already in order to be the stillness to be recognized? There has to be something still.
That's a really good question. And I think, yeah, I think you actually need something deeper than the stillness to notice the stillness.
would it be fair to say that stillness is noticing itself, enjoying itself, rejoicing, or
Yeah.
Nice. Very gentle, very soft with whatever is the experience right now. Nothing to force, nothing to achieve, nothing to deal with, nothing to figure it out. Just enjoying. What wants to come up from stillness? Is there a curiosity, an impulse? It's okay, of course, but is there a curiosity? Something arising? Yes, Paul?
Just a lot of thought arising,
Mm-hmm.
stories arising,
Hmm.
stories about life, events.
Yeah.
And the limitations,
Hmm.
the thoughts, and then the thoughts and the limitations of those thoughts, stories.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, this is being seen. It is
Yeah.
known. Oh, this is known.
Yes.
Yeah.
A desire to understand.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
What keeps separate, what keeps the body and the mind and the world separate.
Hmm. Yes, to that desire for clarity.
For clarity, yes.
Hmm. Yes, to that desire. Yeah, is there something that keeps things separate?
Well, if I'm looking at the fridge right now,
Mm-hmm.
and without any thought, it's just the fridge. It's just there.
Yes, just some forms and colors. We call that fridge.
But then as soon as a thought arises about the fridge,
Mm-hmm.
creates that separation.
I thought the same fridge is there, you are here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's the nature of thoughts.
Sorry?
Yeah, that's the nature of the work of thoughts, the duty of thoughts, to narrate,
Yeah.
to make things, to create different things out of
Storyteller.
nothing. Hmm.
I guess my experience then is that I'm feeling very deep in the stillness, and it kind of feels that like this feels a little bit like a dream, and
What feels like a dream? This.
all the forms around me
Mm-hmm.
and all the thoughts, and yeah, so it's with the
Hmm.
stillness seeming that like that's real. So yeah, that's just the way it seems to be. So yeah, it's quite good actually. No complaints. There's a lot I can't put names on as well. It's like, I don't know what that's called. There's a lot of that.
Yeah, we start feeling very peaceful and very at place at home when the mind is resting and thoughts are resting as well, without trying to understand. And also trying to understand is inseparable part of the whole experience. And that's not wrong. It has its place.
I guess understanding comes in time.
Maybe we will never understand. And that's okay.
We shouldn't be afraid of our capabilities. Not strictly. It's probably true.
Yeah, so much stillness is here. So palpable. How is that connection even possible? If we are separate, we are not, it's so obvious. Nothing is separate.
It's a way of looking at things.
If it happens that you take a look at the sky when it's dark and you see stars, this is if we are looking for a proof of that, yeah, there is no separation or there is no distance or space, like we are looking ourselves there. We are this light.
It's going to seem like it's within us for taking the larger perspective in it.
Yeah,
Can you say some more about we are looking ourselves?
Yeah, we eventually come to realize somehow that experience, through experience or as life, that there is only one here, even not one, but it's only me without a me, but yeah. And I'm seeing myself everywhere, in everyone and everything. It's just a beautiful part of myself that was not being recognized as a mirror.
And everyone else is unknowingly having the same experience.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, I think it's completely natural.
Mm.
Like, I think it's the way humans grow.
Mm. And humans are not separate. Humans are not higher than everything else.
Mm.
Humans are part of everything else, not.
Yeah. But we do have our place. So we can do that self-reflective consciousness thingy.
That's true. And this is the blessing and the curse as well. It's our blessing and our curse.
Yeah. It's only a curse when it's badly managed.
Mm.
I should ask something. I can't think of anything.
You don't have to think. Thinking is optional here.
Yeah, I think I've done my fair share. Yeah, we're good.
There's nothing we have
A
to
bit of
do.
getting used to though.
Sorry, what did you say?
It does take a bit of getting used to.
Be curious when you get used to. That's mine.
I can't imagine ever getting used to this.
Amazing to see how this is happening and no one is doing anything. This so-called meeting or gathering or live or
Yeah, this is pretty natural. It's the way things should be.
yeah, we are almost in the end of this so-called 90 minutes meeting, but if someone wants to share something, please do so. There is no agenda, no schedule. These meetings are utterly different each time. So this is like the constant surprise of life. You cannot get used to it, never.
I just felt really, really good to be here with you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Likewise, Ella. Yeah, for the mind energy, for thoughts, they always can say like, "Wow, what is this about? Nothing is happening." But yeah, we know deeply that a lot is going on in the silence. A lot is happening.
Yeah, huge amount. I wouldn't want to try and catalog it all.
Mm.
It'd be like everything's happening all at once in the silence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, always.
Yeah, everything that did happen, everything that is happening, everything that will happen. It's like, woof.
Mm. Mm. Thank you so much for that gorgeous shared space.
Yeah, thank you for being with us.
Thank you,
Mm.
Luchana.
Oh, thank you, everyone. Much love. And yeah,
Say hello
till
to
next.
Lubo for me.
Yeah, I will. He's in another call. I will. He's also sending you much love.
Thank you.
Mm. See you. Much love.